Hello, Internet. So today we're going to be reviewing a novel, a classic literature novel called Emma by Jane Austen. This book is set in 19th century England. I'm going to read the back for you just so you guys can get a feel for what the book is about. It's not very long, but it says, a high-spirited young woman meddles in other people's love lives in this classic comedy of error set in the 19th century England. Basically describes the book. There are 3 life lessons I personally got out of this book. Humility, kindness, and patience. Those were the main life lessons for me. So the book is set around a 21-year-old woman. Her name is Emma Woodhouse, and she learns very early about humility. She thinks she's superior to everyone because of her amount of education, the amount of money she has, and the idea that she is superior in matchmaking, which she completely is not. She pairs her best friend, her governess, all she knows, with a town widower, and it works out in the end for them. She thinks she's superior, she thinks she is great at it, so she tries with her new friend, Harriet Smith. She pairs her new friend, Harriet Smith, with the town vicar, Mr. Austen, and it did not work out because each friend she tried to pair up, the man always ended up liking her. She, however, had her mind set on never marrying to stay with her father. This did not work out in the end, however, like most of her matchmaking skills. She ended up marrying one of her longtime family friends. But that wasn't the main part of the story. The second life lesson was kindness. She learned very early on in the book, you probably shouldn't meddle with other people's love lives. She tried to change other people's love lives so that her friends could end up getting the man because she always paired them up together. And she learned and understood very early she is not right and she needs to show more kindness, show more respect to the couples that she tries to change. The third life lesson is patience. She has her mind set on never marrying. But in the span of 3 years, she goes through many tribulations and comes out on top. She marries her longtime friend. She sets up her friend to marry someone. And she ends up finding happiness, which are 3 very hard things to do in the span of 3 years for someone in 19th century England. And I thought that this book truly depicted the mind of teenage girls. However, the life lessons you gather from this book do depend on the character you focus on. Like, for instance, if you focus on Mrs. Weston, you could gain the life lesson of patience. She has a child, and she has trouble taking care for that child and for the child her husband already had. And she truly discovers patience in this book. She truly discovers patience and how to mother a human being that is her own. She nurtures, she mothers, and it is very hard for her in the beginning. If you were to focus on Mr. Elton, a life lesson would be kindness. He resents many people in the book, and he tortures people in their minds at the beginning with resentment because no one wants to be resented by the royalty of the town. Absolutely no one. I know I wouldn't. But it all depends on who you focus on. And it offers readers with great works of literature enhanced by notes and commentary that you would never get anywhere else. This is a fantastic book that depicts the minds of young readers, and I 100% would recommend this book / novel for anyone. You can read it on audible.com. You can go to your own local library and get it. You can download it on your ebook or your Nook, your Kindle, whatever. But I do recommend you should read this book at one point. It gives great insights as to what young minds feel in the 19th century. You get great illustrations of then versus now. There's so much knowledge and perfection in this book, and I 100% would recommend this book.